everyone, this is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And if at any point throughout this message that it somehow resonates with you, please be sure to like, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how this message is showing up in your world. With that being said, let's get right into the messages. The message that I speak in the loudest have to do with your role being a healer. Or is speaking to the position that you're in, or what you're becoming aware of. The changes that you may be experiencing in your life seems to be pushing you to step out into the world in a much more visible way. You are to be seen. And you may be feeling the weight of that, causing you a little bit of discomfort. Making you realize that the spiritual journey that you're on is a bit more challenging than you expect it to be. You're feeling that it may be tough. You're feeling the ramifications of being a healer and the many challenges and the complexities that it has attached to it. Your energy may be different. The way you navigate life is starting to show you that something about you is different. And it has to do with your acceptance and what you're called to do. And what steps that you should take in terms of what it means to truly be a healer within this paradigm. And a part of it is being seen out in the community, out in the open at some capacity. Because people will gravitate towards you because of your energy. You know who you are, but they might not necessarily know what it is that you're called to do on a much more spiritual level. But regardless of that, they are still coming to you. And on the other side of this is some degree of protection for you. Protecting you against the challenges of having to deal with many energies, many people, and many entities that may be attached to people that weighs you down in a different way. And the other thing that I can see here is that you're pulling energy that is within your bones, that's sourced by your genetic blueprint. The stories that you have to tell are within you. And it will touch the people like a breath of fresh air. Like something that they never felt before. Quenching their spiritual thirst in a way that they'll keep coming back for more. Because the darkness around them runs deep. The karmic energy around low vibrational people is in abundance. Therefore, when a person like you take a stand in truth and integrity, honoring your spiritual mission, people can sense that. People can feel that. And when you open your mouth to begin to share whatever it is that you feel that you need to tell, people will listen to you, because it's something about your connection to the other world that's familiar to them, but they have yet to be able to register themselves at the landing place that you have made it to. And the second message is speaking to this change, because you are making changes that are very significant in the larger scheme of things, in this spiritual world, in the unseen world that may be spilling over to this side of town. This isn't something that happens swiftly. You have accumulated a lot of spiritual growth and development, so much so that changes are being made on many dimensions, on many planes, bypassing the time-space continuum. And you're starting to see it in real time now. You're seeing the transformation that you have made show up in the very community that you're in, because you see the healing within yourself that's causing you to devote yourself even more. You feel called to do it. You know that within your heart of heart, that change is necessary in order for the truth and the magical side of life to be birthed. And this is where you stand in your power. And this is something to be mindful of, is where you stand in power, which is in change, which is in transformation, making you so solid. You're a solid person. You know about facts. You know about manipulation. You know about falsehoods and illusions. Actually, you can pick up on it with ease. This is the mysteriousness of your aura. This is the uniqueness of your being, because of the work in the world of magic that has healed you in a way that you're becoming a spokesperson for the alternative side of things. You're giving people another way to think and to look at things, bringing together all solution, all possible outcomes in order to help them reach a higher level, a new level of life with this perspective that you have. And it's all about your power. You're gifted in a way that is hard to put in words, because we're skipping through dimensions right now, and I'm trying to pull the energies. You're unique. You're different. And the weight of your journey may be heavy because you've came into this planet to bring a new thought process, a new consciousness, a new school of thought to an old paradigm, an outdated system that no longer works in terms of spiritual remedies that are effective. You have the new formula. You have the recipe to be able to heal the people in a way that's best for them. A modern spiritual healer, here to bring a larger message to the people, regardless of the consequences, regardless of the weight that you feel, because you're devoted, period. That's the end of it. Because it's about your heart. Your heart is in the right place. You want better for your friends. You want better for your family. You want better for this world with all the turmoils and wars that's going on, the state of it. You're not allowing that to make you feel hopeless and in a state of despair, because you carry true power. The type that you can't wield by sitting in a certain position. This type of power comes from the ground up, comes from within. You're a soldier. Very well. Ooh, that was a very powerful message. Wow, I don't know who I picked up on or who pulled in this message. I'm going to attempt to shift this energy, but it's so solid. Whoever I'm picking up on, you're grounded. Very much so. You don't have to worry about being swayed by what people say or what people tell you that you should do. You're not swayed by the masses. You're not into group thinking. Actually, you're probably a lone wolf. You're the type of person that go against the grain. Not because you're trying to be different. You're going against the grain because you're staying true to the source that you're pulling in on. You're staying true to the energy that's radiating from within you. You have sound your mind. You have sound your spirit. This is what you have been able to accomplish by healing yourself. You've done this by learning lessons, studying, taking and making responsible decisions with your spiritual upkeep, trusting your intuition to guide you along the way. And it has landed you to this point, clear about who you are and what you're here to do. And you'll come to find out a lot of people are lost and confused about who they are and where they're going. Most of the readings that I pull have to do with identity, having to do with people trying to figure out what's going on with them, what career they should take, and what path they're on. This is an identity crisis faced by the masses. However, this is not a challenge that you have. And people may think that you have life figured out because you're confident in the way you speak about things, the way you speak about yourself. Yeah, you may feel the toughness and the weight of your journey, but you're not lost. You're not a wanderer. You know where you're going and you know what you're doing. And the conviction that you speak with demands power. Because you have to be a person in power to be able to say the things you say and do what you do. You have defeated the odds. You have accomplished the goals that you have set for yourself. You surprise yourself. But it's giving you a certain security that you are who you say that you are, because you've gone through enough life cycles, enough completed enough missions thus far in your journey to give you that sense of security. And it's not a false sense of security that you have. It's very real. You stand firm. You stand strong and tall. And whatever you say and whatever you do, you mean it and you believe in it, because you know what you have accomplished was the impossible. You have already accomplished the impossible. Because if you take a look back from where you've came from, you know that it had to be something else that supported you. You knew that it had to be a spiritual person or a spiritual team on your side to get you what you have gone through. And I speak with so much conviction because I can see the transformation. And when I see transformation, I'm not absent or oblivious to the obstacles and the challenge it takes to get to change. It takes a lot of hard lessons, a hard missions that you had to complete to get there. And this isn't often talked about, especially in the spiritual community. You go through so much, and people can see the change and the transformation, but you rarely get commended. You rarely get an award. There's no graduation on your spiritual journey when you complete certain levels and certain missions. But you truly do. It just doesn't come from this world. I'm going to attempt to shift this reading with a very powerful message that I picked up on. I often laugh because you have to laugh on this spiritual journey or you'll go crazy. Because the things that we go through on this side of town, I could write a book. And as I attempt to shift this energy, if this message has resonated with you so far, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe or comment below so I can see how this message is showing up in your world. And before I close out, what I will do is I will pull some cards to see if there's any final messages that the higher energy would like for me to share or to channel for you all. The cards that came out were physical beauty, negative energy, offering, and complicated. There's something about your physical beauty. I may be speaking to some collective, a very specific energy, that your energy is radiant. You have an attractiveness physically that people often stare or may do things just to speak to you or be around you. Yeah, you have a type of energy that is very beautiful. Physically speaking as well. And this may complicate things for you because of your energy. It's so light. It's so pure. It attracts so many people and things to you. The law of attraction is at play here. But oftentimes it can make things that much more complicated for you. You may find yourself trying to avoid the crowd, avoid the attention. You may do this by trying to dress down. You may do this by, avoiding going to events and certain things that you have been invited to, simply because people want to be in close proximity of you. The thing is, what people don't understand about this is that when you're a spiritual person, when you're a healer, empath, light worker, reader, whatever you want to call yourself, when you carry the certain vibration and people just want to be around you to feel that good energy that you have cultivated, that you have worked for, they don't see the negative attraction to that. People may think they're all fine and dandy, but the vibration is not the same. They may be of a different vibration, on another energy wave than you're on. And they don't see the negative energy that may come about when you're in certain environments, around large crowds or particular events. Because your energy will start to pick up on a lot of different things simply because they're attracted to you. It's not something that you're doing necessarily. It's like a bright light in the night when it comes to mosquitoes and bugs. They're attracted to the light. A mosquito means no harm, but it will bite you or suck your blood, That's what you're trying to avoid. You're trying to keep your energy pure, so that you can stay in a state of giving, stay in a state of receiving, so you can offer your full self to your work. Offer your full self to your commitment to your calling. You're navigating between the spiritual side of yourself and the human part of yourself. There are certain responsibilities that come along with it. It's both demanding. However, being responsible enough to say no is the state that you're in. Simply because your energy is needed at this time to remain at a certain vibration. And anything that could throw you off center, could take you out for quite some time and having you recover, fueling yourself over and over again just to get your energy back. You want to stay in alignment at this time. It speaks to what's coming for you. Excuse me. And in order to receive or to be ready for that thing that's coming, you want to keep your energy around people who are similar to you, who are carrying the same vibration that you're on, or understand who you are and won't hold it against you. You need to be fueled by the light, and you must connect with others who are of the light. And you may have to be very unique in this process. I don't care if you're just listening to particular YouTube videos, talking to one or two people that know who you are at your core. To keep this energy at an equilibrium, to be able to receive what's in store for you. Period. With that being said, you guys, I really enjoyed this reading. Very powerful. I enjoy connecting with you all. Please be sure to like. Please be sure to comment below so I can see how this message is showing up in your world. And hopefully you all have a great Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. It's a holiday week for those who are in the US. And I hope to see you at the next Healing Circle.